Ever cringe at a romance that feels forced, unrealistic, or just plain cheesy? You are not alone. Readers and viewers can spot an inauthentic romance a mile away. But here's the good news. Crafting a romance that feels real, heartfelt, and engaging isn't about big gestures or perfect dialogue. It's about connection. Today, we're exploring 8 powerful ways to write a romance that feels authentic, from building believable chemistry to creating conflict that drives the story forward. Let's dive in. Number 1, build real chemistry between your characters. Romance starts with chemistry, but real chemistry isn't about fireworks from the first meeting or the first touch. It's about connection, trust, and a growing sense of closeness over time. Forced instant love, also known as insta-love, often feels cheesy because it skips the foundation of what makes relationships believable. Chemistry doesn't have to start with grand gestures or love at first sight. Maybe your characters have a playful rivalry, share a meaningful conversation, or bond over a shared goal. The key is to show small moments that build over time, like laughter at an inside joke, or a lingering glance that reveals hidden feelings. Let their connection develop naturally, and your audience will be rooting for them. Try writing a scene where your characters share something personal, an embarrassing story, a vulnerability, or a dream. Their intimacy strengthens their bond. Create tension by showing how their differences spark interest. For example, one character's seriousness might balance the other's humor, creating a dynamic that feels natural and complementary. Number 2, use flaws to create depth. Perfect characters make for boring romances. Real relationships are built on embracing flaws, not pretending they don't exist. Give your characters strengths and weaknesses that make them feel real, and show how these traits both attract and challenge their partner. For example, maybe one character is stubborn and fiercely independent, which clashes with the other's need to feel needed. This conflict creates opportunities for growth and makes their relationship dynamic. Flaws don't just add realism, they create obstacles that deepen the romance. Try listing 3 strengths and 3 flaws for each character. Then write how each strength complements or contrasts with the other one. Write a scene where a character's flaw causes tension in the relationship, but also creates an opportunity for understanding. Number 3, make the conflict meaningful. Romance thrives on tension, and tension comes from meaningful conflict. But this doesn't mean your characters should constantly fight. It means their differences should challenge each other in ways that matter to the story. Conflict should arise naturally from who they are as individuals. Maybe one character values security while the other craves adventure, or perhaps external circumstances like family expectations or competing goals. Put their relationship to the test. These challenges give your romance stakes and keep readers invested in whether they'll make it. Ask yourself, what does each character want most, and how do their desires conflict? Use this to create believable tension. Write a scene where your characters' differing goals come to light, forcing them to confront whether their love is worth compromising for. Number 4, slow down the pacing. A rushed romance often feels cheesy because it skips the steps that make a relationship believable. Give your characters times to grow closer, share experiences, and overcome obstacles together. Think about your favorite romance. They likely unfold gradually, with ups and downs along the way. Create moments where your characters almost get together, but are held back by doubts, miscommunication, or external forces. This will they, won't they tension keeps readers hooked and makes the payoff more satisfying. Try writing a scene where your characters almost confess their feelings, but hold back for a specific reason. Maybe that's fear, timing, or misunderstanding. Then use small gestures like a touch on the arm, an inside joke, or a stolen glance to show the relationship growing without rushing into declarations of love. Number 5, avoid cliches. Cheesy romance often relies on overused cliches, like a love triangle with no depth or a dramatic declaration in the rain. While some tropes can work if done well, relying too heavily on them can make your romance feel stale. Instead, focus on what makes your characters unique and let their relationship reflect that. If you're going to use a trope, add a new twist. For example, maybe your love triangle isn't about choosing between two people, it's about choosing between love and personal ambition. Identify 2 to 3 common romance cliches, then brainstorm how to subvert or avoid them. Focus on the unique dynamics between your characters. How does their relationship stand out from other love stories? Number 6, show, don't tell. Telling readers they're in love isn't enough. You need to show their feelings through actions, dialogue, and subtle clues. Instead of writing, "she loved him," show her doing something selfless to help him, or give her internal dialogue that reveals her conflicting emotions. Use body language like a lingering look or nervous fidgeting to convey feelings without words. These small details make the romance feel real. Try writing a scene where one character does something thoughtful for the other, revealing their feelings without outright saying it. Use sensory details to show emotions. How does a character feel physically when they're around their love interest? Number 7, create realistic dialogue. Stilted, overly perfect dialogue can pull readers out of the story and make romance feel fake. Instead, aim for dialogue that feels natural and reflects the characters' personalities. Romantic moments don't always need flowery speeches. Sometimes humor or awkwardness can be just as endearing. Let your characters stumble over their words, interrupt each other, or say the wrong thing. These imperfections make their conversations feel real. Write a playful or teasing conversation between your characters to show their chemistry in a natural way. Number 8, focus on emotional intimacy. The strongest romances aren't just about physical attraction, they're about emotional connection. Readers want to see characters who share their dreams, fears, and vulnerabilities with each other. Emotional intimacy is built through trust and mutual understanding. Show your characters supporting each other in difficult moments, celebrating each other's victories, and being honest about their feelings. These moments create the foundation for a romance that feels real and lasting. Write a scene where one character reveals a fear or secret to the other, deepening their bond. Show how your characters comfort or encourage each other during a setback, highlighting their emotional connection. So there you have it. 8 ways to write a romance that feels real, heartfelt, and anything but cheesy. From building believable chemistry to creating meaningful conflict, these tips help you craft a love story that readers won't forget. Let me know in the comments what challenges you faced when writing romance, or which of these tips resonated the most with you. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on writing!